Everybody, welcome to JesC Transformation Strategies. Welcome to our Sunday upliftment. I hope everybody's doing well, and I also hope that you guys have a wonderful week. Okay, we always thank God and we appreciate in gratitude for bringing us thus far. All right, so today, guys, before we dive into our topic, we're just gonna say a happy birthday to everyone who has celebrated their birthdays in this week. Okay, it's the last week in January. Can you believe it? And those who have lost loved ones, my deepest condolences to you guys. And yeah, also congratulations to anybody who's celebrating whatever events it is, whatever that you have achieved. Congrats. Okay, right, so today's topic is going to be so much linked to January's resolution goals. Okay, today's topic is be selfish with your time. Be selfish with your time. All right, so before we get into the topic and definitions and how we're going to handle this topic, let's read the word of God. Today's scripture reading is going to be from Ecclesiastes chapter 3 verses 1. Okay, so it says a time for everything. I'm sure you heard this verse, like a lot of churches will be bringing it up about setting the time for everything. But yeah, Ecclesiastes 3 verses 1 says, for everything there is a season, a time for every activity under heaven, a time to be born and a time to die, a time to plant and a time to harvest, a time to kill and a time to heal. Okay, a time to tear down and a time to build up, a time to cry and a time to laugh, a time to grieve and a time to dance, a time to scatter stones and a time to gather stones, a time to embrace and a time to turn away. Okay, I like that part, a time to turn away, a time to search and a time to quit searching, a time to keep and a time to throw away, a time to hear, a time to tear and a time to mend. All right, a time to be quiet and a time to speak, a time to love and a time to hate, a time for war and a time for peace. Basically, it sums up that there's a season for every timing. Right, so we thank God for His word. Guys, this is from the Holy Bible, okay? Because I know there's so many different Bible versions. So basically, as the Bible clearly states, that there is a time for everything and everything happens for a reason. So whatever happened to you, like remember Thursday's coaching was why is this happening? So we come back to today, which is there's a time for everything. So whatever is happening in your life, there is a time for it. It's not just something that happens by chance, but it's a season, it's designated to happen. Okay, so be selfish with your time. What is time? Time is defined as an ongoing, continuous sequence of events that happens. Okay, now the sequence of events is more illustrated as it happens in the past, it happens in the present, it happens in the future. So that sums up your time. All right, so whenever people always say I wish I could go back in time, you basically want to go back either to your past, either to your present, or either to your future. But you saying go back, so that means you want to go back to your past. Right, we all like to go back to the past and change and alter so many things, but unfortunately we don't have that power to do so. But the power that we do have is we look at the present. And even from psychology teaching and coaching teaching and the training sessions, what I've learned is that you have the power to change your present and future, but you don't have the power to change anything from the past, because your past is basically your lessons. It was your training ground. It happened for a reason, and whatever happened, it happened because it's for you to learn, it's for you to grow, it's for you to excel. So the only thing you can do is you respect your past. Okay, even when I'm actually telling my clients as well, you respect your past, but be focusing more on your present and your future. Okay, we're focusing more on the goals of the future. We don't want to be stuck with the past. Okay, because there's no way you're going to heal if you still wired your brain into the past events. All right, so as I said about your time, your energy, it creates the balance in your life. If you are more organized in your time, it's so important in every aspect. It's even illustrated in business studies as well, in human resource studies, in strategic management studies. They talk about SMART. I'm sure you guys heard it, which is specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time bound. So basically that means that when you have a goal, when you have something that you planned, okay, in your life, it has to be specific. So you know what it is. It has to be measurable. You see how much time to get it, okay? You measure it. It has to be attainable. It has to be achievable, literally. Okay, it must be within your reach. Realistic is to look at, is this realistic for me? And then a time bond. So they always illustrate time bond, because time bond is something that's so important. Because if you don't have a time bond into something what you want to achieve, there's no way you're going to achieve it. All right. But remember, the creator is the one that will decide the suitable time for you. But with whatever time that you have, you got to be selfish with it. Okay. So also, guys, is that remember, everyone has their own needs, everyone has their own responsibilities, commitments, and so forth. So you cannot keep saying yes to everyone, because by saying yes to everyone, you say no to you. So that is one of the first steps for you to actually be selfish about your time. Okay. Now also, you see how much value is that when you start being selfish about your time, you actually discover that you have more time for you. You have more time for yourself. You have more time to heal. You actually realize that, hey, this is time. I need to value time. And you actually realize how much of time you've actually wasted hanging out with certain people, going out for lunch, dinner, or whatever, or even being on the phone, okay, chatting with so and so for like so many hours. And then you realize how much time you've actually wasted. Okay, because time is something that the Creator has given to us, which is such a blessing. And also, the Creator has given us a choice to decide how we're going to be using this time. Okay, so set time for you, set time for your family. I'm talking immediate family, which is you, if you're married, your husband, your wife, your kids. That's what I'm talking about. If you want to add extra time to other exterior people, family, whoever, you got to set time, okay? Because there's a difference between having time in your household and then having time with exterior people, okay? Then also, guys, set time for you for relaxation, for walking, for exercises, just to be in the movement, okay? Because you need to move all the time, okay? Now, how to do this, we're going to look at it practical manner. When you have to be selfish with your time, means basically you say to yourself, right, I'm going to be selfish with my time. But how am I going to be selfish with my time? Okay, guys, I'm going to share you the secret of being selfish, okay? Firstly, when you start acknowledging that I want to be selfish with my time, it creates awareness to you, to the universe, to God, to everyone, spiritual beings, that I'm going to be selfish with my time. What happens in that case, your body feels relaxed, because your body says, hey, finally my master is choosing me now. Okay, so your brain will actually be much calmer, because you've actually set time for you. Okay, not just working and bringing work home. That's not time for you. That's time for your bosses. That's time for work. Okay, so try and set that limits. All right, then guys, also, how do you set the time? Because you want to avoid burnouts, remember? Right, so you say no firmly. No. Okay, I'm not doing this. I'm not hanging out with you. I'm not going for that family function. I'm not interested in replying these messages and stuff like that. Then secondly is tune out distractions, constant emails, constant social media. Try and cut it off, okay? You don't need so much of that stimulation that's happening in the world, okay? Just take a breather and just cut it off, okay? Distractions come in many forms as well. Sometimes you even can be distracted with the television. Like you'll be sitting there and watching so much of series, so much, I know it's Netflix nowadays, and then you have so many other things, and it actually takes your time. Alright, because you're so interested to watch the next series, especially even the Indian people with this Bollywood movies and stuff, especially in South Africa. It's like every single household watches it, okay? But it's good for you. But the thing is, like, the whole day you sit and watch is not really good, because you are becoming inactive. Your brain is not being stimulated. Your brain is only stimulated with the drama that's happening, with the affairs that's happening, the marriage issues that's keeping you going. But your brain needs simple, natural activities to bring out the stimulation, like reading. Okay, if you're really a person loves to know what's happening in everyone's lives, do some reading, check what's happening in the news. There's so many different forms. So yeah, don't get too caught up with things that's actually wasting your time. All right, look at yourself for the whole day. From 8 o'clock you wake up in the morning, plus minus, to 10 o'clock at night. What did I do during the period? During that 12 hours, what were I doing? Okay, was I only watching drama series? Like, for real? That's basically telling your central nervous system that we're not working. So remember, your brain needs exercise. It needs things to be stimulated and things like that. Okay, right. So appointments is like more like booking appointments. Who wants to see you, who wants to like meet up with you, so you book appointments for them. Okay, it's just for you also to know that sorry about that. It's just for you to know that you're actually being selfish with your time. So tell the people that if you want to see me, book me an appointment, take your diaries out, right? So that's what I do actually, right? If you want to meet up, even for a call session, you tell me, I'll book an appointment for you, and then I'll answer your call, because I'm not available all the time. All right, you got to be a bit strict with your time, and you'll see how your body will love you a lot. Okay, then guys, also recharge yourself literally. Like, once you've spoken to people, get back, recharge your emotional side, because remember, now you're dealing with people's emotions. They angry, they upset, all of that. You need to recharge you, to bring yourself back to grounded, and then recharge your physical being, like have some rest, and then recharge your spiritual by meditation and relaxation. Go for a walk outside. Just see the normal things, okay? And take your breathers in, holding for 4 seconds. So you breathe in for 4 seconds, you hold for 5 seconds, and you release for 6 seconds. Remember, it's a longer exhalation because you need to release the pent up tension. All right, so that's very important. And the main thing is to sleep. Get at least 7 to 8 hours. I know it's difficult, but if you start with a sleeping routine, it should improve. Okay, right. So what I wanted to tell you guys, when you're being selfish with your time, try and also look at hobbies. Okay, whatever your hobbies is, and try to use that time to replace unnecessary time that you've wasted. Okay, remember, your time is precious and you need to use it wisely. It doesn't come again. All right, like today, as we actually have this video on the 1st of February 2026, once this time goes away, you're not going to get this day again. Okay, if you look at January 30th, all right, 2026, did you get it back? No, you cannot go back to January 29 or 30 unless if you travel into a time zone that actually has those days. That is a different story. But yeah, you cannot replace your time. So whatever has happened. You need to move on. You need to kickstart your life. Okay, so it's very important that you use your time wisely. Journal your time, which is very, very important, and make time for you. Make time for pamper sessions. Make time for you to do your breathing, your exercise, your meditation. And you will see that by being firm with your time and being selfish, you recognize how much time you wasted on unnecessary drama, unnecessary TV series and all that, and unnecessary social media comparison. And then you actually say yes to your body. So this is one of the most important subjects that we're discussing, is about being selfish with your time, because this is one step more to your healing. Okay, trust me, especially for inner healing. If you've been feeling drained, fatigued, tired, exhausted, it's because of this. It's because you haven't put yourself first. So be selfish with your time. When it comes to work relation, I know it's difficult, especially if you're working in a call center job. because I've worked in that and there was no time whatsoever. And eventually I had to, well, thankfully the company retrenched, so I didn't like quit or anything, but it was an experience for me. And yeah, I really applaud those who's working in call centers, because to deal with people's emotions, there's no time for you. Your phones are actually removed, your bags are removed. It was really, really challenging, okay? Because, and I think the worst thing for me was like, you had to sit the whole time, and I cannot sit the whole time. I have to keep moving, okay? Especially that I'm hypermobility, so you can imagine, okay? And yeah, it's difficult. So I know this type of work, there's no time. I know retailers, there's no time. Sales job, there's no time. Even when you're working as a teacher online, there's no time. But I want to tell you that, you know what, I want you to sit back, go over this video again, try and make some time for you by recharging yourself so that you don't drain out. So you need to actually recharge your emotional, and your physical. Alright, catch up with sleep. Alright, catch up with eating healthy. Don't go for fast foods, okay? Go for healthy foods. It's just to stabilize your sugar and your pressure as well, okay? Right, so guys, I'm wishing you all of the best as we have discussed about being selfish with your time, and I hope this video has blessed your heart, educated you. Please feel free to like, comment, share the video, and God bless you all. Love to all. Stay tuned to JesC. Bye.